Flags are up, coming in. And they're off. The Worcestershire Hunt point-to-point of 2022 finishes with the Euro Project's CHADDESLEY Corbett Hunt members, subscribers and farmers race. And the 5-runner field led down to fence at number 1 by Very First Time, who sails over nicely and was much cleaner across it than certainly 3 of them in behind. Blackwater Bramble didn't make a good shape over it, nor did Master Hyde, or Pretty Fantasy for that matter, as they now head on towards the second fence. Very First Time again, that was a bit too bold really, but safely across. And the other 4 a little more measured that time. 2 circuits ahead of them. Very First Time well clear, coming now towards an open ditch, and gets over that well. Blackwater Bramble landing in second, and then towards the outer Master Hyde. Hidden Charmer getting a first mention, that one racing in 4th, and the back marker narrowly. Pretty Fantasy as they race along the side of the track, and over the next. Very First Time, having his moment of glory here, has moved away by the best part of 15 lengths at least, as they're now turning into the back straight for the first time. The green colours of Blackwater Bramble under John Smith Maxwell racing in second, as the leader is already approaching the first fence over in the back. Was quite untidy at it in all truth, and the rider had to sit very tight indeed. The other 4 jump it better, but are well adrift. So right across from us over in the back straight for the first time, it's a 15-length lead held by Very First Time, this 10-year-old, galloping on now towards the middle of the 3 fences over in the back straight. Blackwater Bramble just about in second spot, with up towards the outside Master Hyde. The leader's safely across the next. Hidden Charmer's going to jump that in 4th, and just ahead of Pretty Fantasy as the leader is now on the approach to the final fence going down the back first time. Number 7 and got over it well, and remains a very long way clear. All over that safely, and left-handed they come out of the back straight for the first time in the Hunt member, subscribers and farmers race. And Very First Time under Miss T-Bale Titterton well clear, coming now towards the 8th fence, and jumps it nicely, as do the other 4. Landing in second, Master Hyde in the hands of Luke Scott. They're being followed in third by Blackwater Bramble, then Hidden Charmer over to the inside in the famous Rucker Silks. James King on board, looking for his 5th winner of the day. James King, who has really closed the gap on Will Biddick in the championship. Just 3 behind him now. Not sure whether Will has had a winner elsewhere today. I don't think he has. So that gap greatly reduced. An important day for James. In a little bit closer that time, Hidden Charmer, and wider out to Pretty Fantasy. But meanwhile, continuing on in glorious isolation here, Very First Time comes to the fence, which will be the last inner circuit. Hops over it safely, still 15 ahead, to Master Hyde, Blackwater Bramble, Hidden Charmer, and Pretty Fantasy. A circuit left to go. Very First Time, runner-up last time out, comes to this open ditch and jumps over it really well. Been given a positive ride here from Master Hyde, who landed in a dispute of second place with Blackwater Bramble, and then Hidden Charmer. And the back marker around that bend, Pretty Fantasy, the only mare in the race, and by far the youngest horse in the race. But the 4 in behind have all got some catching up to do, as they race away from the roadside fence for the final time, and off they go into the back straight. Very First Time, still leading by the best part of 15 lengths, showing no signs of stopping just yet. Very First Time over that safely. Now Hidden Charmer's off in pursuit, moves into second. James King just starting to ask his mount to come a little closer to this leader, who's been given plenty of rope. And in turn, Hidden Charmer now moving well clear of Blackwater Bramble and Pretty Fantasy, and Master Hyde now dropping back to last place. So it is Very First Time racing on towards the second of the obstacles over in the back, and over it well, around about 12 lengths ahead. But Hidden Charmer is now beginning to close the gap. A similar margin now, back to in third. Pretty Fantasy. I doubt the other 2 will be winning as they come to the last fence over in the back. Very First Time is now only 6 lengths clear. and with every stride Hidden Charmer is eroding the deficit. So making the left-handed turn out of the back straight, and his very first time a sitting duck for Hidden Charmer. It looks that way at the moment. Still a long way to go. They are 12 lengths clear of in third place Pretty Fantasy as they come towards the third from home, and it's at that point of the race where Hidden Charmer takes over. So Hidden Charmer, and that man again, James King, in front now on the home turn to very first time, who's given it a good go in second, but maybe the petrol gauge now just dipping into the red as they swing into the home straight. Back in third, Pretty Fantasy, a long gap back to Blackwater Bramble, and Master Hyde has been pulled up at the rear. And down they come towards the second fence from home. It is a Hidden Charmer for Pete Olive, Callum Griffiths and James King on the approach to the second last with a 6 or 7 length lead. Hidden Charmer into the bottom of the second last. Very first time is in second place, trying hard to retaliate as they make the run towards the final fence here. Now driven all out in front is Hidden Charmer. To very first time has run a terrific race in second. The leader has to keep going here. Hidden Charmer is at the final fence and is over it safely, but is a tired horse. Very first time landed running in second place. It's only a short run in for home. Hidden Charmer with his lead being reduced close to the finish. But James King is king of Chaddesley Corbett this afternoon. 5 winners on the day, and Hidden Charmer takes the finale. Beating into second place very first time. That was a terrific effort from the runner-up also. And back in third, Blackwater Bramble.